Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
That one complete to Pitts. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he got all in that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
And the Panthers, first down.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10. Pulled in by Tommy Trumbull. And he's able to get this down to the 36. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Come night 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ready?
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
7 Pirates. Let's go. Ready?
They are throwing it again. Has it at the 7. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers finish up their opening drive. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, he really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off for the touchdown.
After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Agnew on the return. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Spinning into the clear. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Throwing now on 1st down. Penix. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. 1st down now. Ball at the 33.
33-yard line.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And downfield, and he finds London. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Working inside the red zone. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons break the tie here in the first. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Gonzalez connects on the point after. And the Falcons take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. They're going to run it. This is Trevor Etienne. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Back to throw. Here's Milton. And he put everything he's got behind it. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. He got 2nd down. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers cut it to a low point on the scoreboard. Xavier Legette with the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary. And he just made him pay.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Agnew on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
On the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
Come on, set! Liking 18!
Throwing now, Milton. Trying for the deep ball. Happy at the goal line. And they're going to have 1st and goal when we begin our 2nd quarter. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this.
On the ready.
Time for our 2nd quarter here, and the Panthers are thinking points.
Let's go now. Cup 19. Cup 19. Let's go.
Quick pass, right side, complete. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. It didn't matter. He's going to flip that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Showing a little burst so far. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Robinson to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Again, left side. Here's Robinson. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of the defense.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Penix. He brushed him off with ease. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Going right side, Robinson with it. He cuts outside, and he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons can tie it up in the 2nd Bijan Robinson, touchdown.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield.
Set to kick off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60, Mustang 19.
Here's Milton. Escapes the pocket. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Ready, set.
Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on 2nd.
Ready. Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Off the play fake. Here's Milton. Completes. It's Trevor Etienne. Short gain in the end to about the 36-yard line. Find Diablo there on the tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Milton now on 3rd down. Buys time, rolling right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Here we go.
They're going for this. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Jordan Fuller comes up with it.
Resulting the play is a turnover.
Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense. Their offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. You just couldn't quite find the connection.
Hits him on the out route. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Penix working from the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone on first. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step one towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up. Penix looking to pass. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play is going to force third and goal.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got two in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
Defense bringing in a fifth DB, third and goal. Third and long for him here. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich and down. Bro, coming slow, 6 racks on the sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spit the racks on the camouflage bells. Blue diamonds on me, I'm a blue devil. Twin, don't hustle and grill. I'm nothing like them, I put paper over players. I used to want to M, now I got sell.
Okay, break.
Good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Milton's going to throw again here, 2nd and 10. That's caught by Hubbard. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Oh, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott.
At the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun. It's Milton. Fits it through the middle. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
From the red zone now. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. He's at midfield. 30. He's at the 10. And he brings it back with a pick 6 and the Atlanta touchdown.
I got to imagine this defense right now has got some kind of tell on this quarterback. He's either giving it away with his eyes or his feet. Interception on the previous drive, and this defense once again jumping all over him.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Bradley Pinion set to kick
Well,
off.
Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Back to the air following that pick six. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Yeah, that's Tannero McMillan he was looking for. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Looking quickly, trying to get set again.
A 3-yard loss brings up 3rd and 13.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Hawk 70, Hawk, Cowboy 80.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Cut down the field again. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain. Offense up to the line fast.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard
Panther 60,
line.
Panther 60, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 79 Broncos.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Milton back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Let's go, let's go.
Goes to the hurry-up offense here.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
18, Pioneer. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend's pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
York knocks it through. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Nice to pay off any drive with some points. And able to trim the lead slightly there the first time out in the 2nd half. And even if they can't get into pole position, just want to keep this thing close.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Agnew on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Robinson on the inside give. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Robinson again here on 2nd. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
That one complete to Pitts. Into the red zone. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 13-point lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolf. 19 tight. 19 tight. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready up.
To throw, Milton. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Ready.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. Still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the... Opposing 30. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
Here we go. Here we go. 70.
Milton. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Clark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Running left is Robinson. And this is across midfield and into enemy territory.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Penix facing a 3rd and long. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Get up. Shot 50. Cougar 19. Get up.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative when the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd down, looking for options. Now look underneath here for ETN. Still has some space inside the 35. And he is down to the 30-yard line. So we're through 3 here. It's the Panthers who have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
79 Broncos, 70 Timberwolves. Let's go now. 70 Rangers, 70 Hawks, 70 Hawks, 70 Buffalo 18. Ready?
Here's Milton. Connection made to Tremble. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Let's go. Viking 18. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
Working inside the red zone. Oh, no, they get him yet again. DeMarco comes with the INT. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
On the shotgun, Penix finds his back. It's Robinson. There he goes again. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin-off, pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball. He gets the touch.
And that's no good. I don't know if the snap and hold were clean, and he is not able to knock it through. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Trying to lob that one in, but no luck.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Milton. Has him on the quick hitter. Running down the left side. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get it back to within 2 possessions. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
You're good on the point after. And the Panthers drop the lead back to 13.
Panthers 31.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here's Agnew on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Handoff for Robinson, running right. He's off to the His 4th total score of the game.
Okay, we are watching a showman put on an absolute show. What a day for this running back. I think he'd be the first to tell you it's about the guys up front, the receivers blocking outside, and the electricity of his legs.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons push the lead to 20.
51, Panthers 31. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. Panther 60, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mustang 19. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
Throwing from the gun here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we can get burned deep.
Come on, come on.
Hilton now on 3rd down. He's going to try another deep one here. Brought in inside the 20. And he's going to get this down to the 9, and that puts him in goal to go.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
He brings it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get it back to within 2 possessions. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Falcons cover up the kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Play fake. Penix. Hits him on the out route. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Again at 13 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
Play action. Here's Penix. And he's tackled for a 4th gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Now to give to Bijan. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Penix now. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. He has the first down to the 10. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His third through the air this game. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Extra point is good by Gonzalez. And the Falcons push the lead to 20. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Milton. Connects on the crosser. He's still going at the 30. Down to the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get it back to within 2 possessions. Jimbo Hubbard with the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
York tacks on that extra point. And the Panthers drop the lead back to 13. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Falcons cover off the kick. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. Running here with Bijan. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Falcons nearing their 2nd win of the campaign. So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Penix working from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Slot man motioned over. Penix on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd, it's long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this. about a yard shy of the 25. How about 19 yards on 4th down, partner? Man, the call to go for it pays off.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Panthers have some new life in the form.
Kate, I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
That's caught by Hubbard. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. Out of the gun, it's Milton. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Got to keep moving quick here.
It's a loss of 2.
Drop 50, drop 50.
And 8.
Go.
Here he is to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Hands are tied. Got to have it on this 4th down.
Let's go. 70, 18, Pioneer. Panther 11, Panther 11. Let's go.
Desperation time here. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Xavier Watts picks it. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Line up the design keeper. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Gronk, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you can come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from Charlotte.